Hey, it's Grandma Roseanne, and I'm going to introduce you to a pecan pie. And you might think, I have eaten pecan pie since I was a little girl, and that's probably quite true. But I'm going to teach you how to make a pecan pie without a crust. Now, I will tell you, I love alternatives. I always made, for Thanksgiving, which we're cooking for right now, I always made pumpkin pie, apple pie, and pecan pie. Come to realize, I think I was the only one that liked the pecan pie. So I would have a slice, and then the next day another slice. Well, by day 3, not so good, and you toss it. I found a way that all of us can have the right amount of pecan pie. So we're going to make an individual croissant pecan pie. So you don't even have to make a crust. How wonderful is that? All right, we're going to start out with 3 tablespoons of butter, and you are going to be shocked at how easy this is. And to that, I'm adding a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, light brown sugar, and to that, a 1/2 cup of corn syrup, light corn syrup. Now, if you spray your container with just a, just any kind of those sprays, coconut spray or whatever, it comes out ever so easy. And then we have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, which will go in a few minutes. Now we're just going to mix this up. Preparation time on this is like nothing. It is so fast. Now, our function here is to let this come to a pretty good boil. So it's going to take us just a minute. And I have this on a medium-high heat. I want this to come to a full boil, and then we're going to boil it for 1 minute. And cameraman is going to get in here and show that to you. Okay, you want to come and take a look? Alexa, time 1 minute.
1 minute, starting now.
I have to be careful when I'm timing things for 1 minute or 2 or 3 because I have no concept of little fragments of time, and I just think that like within 30 seconds it's all done, and it's not. 1 minute's a pretty darn long time. And take your time in stirring this, okay, because you really don't want it to burn on you. It smells heavenly. You're going to be excited when you see this. When I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, there's my pecan pie that I can eat and enjoy and not feel guilty about throwing so much of it away. Alexa, stop. All right, now what we're going to do is take it off of the heat. Alexa, time 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
And we're going to let this cool down for 5 minutes. While it's cooling down, we're going to do the next step, which is to prepare our muffin pan. What I have done, because this is going to make 6 of these little muffin, they're croissants is what we are using for the base. So they're actually croissant pecan pies. So what I have done is I have greased already very liberally 6 of these, and now I'm going to do 5 of these. I'll do the 6th one here with you. You want to put plenty of butter on there. Oh, come on, this is Thanksgiving.
And who worked out this morning?
I did work out this morning. I worked out for an hour and a half on the elliptical. So I am guilt-free when I eat one of these. So what we're going to do now is you have 3 croissants. You're going to cut it in half. And then you're going to cut it this way, but not all the way through. Just open it up like a little sandwich. One more time. right there. And open it like a little sandwich. All right, now this is the slick part. You're going to open the little croissant and press it down in. Be sure you get it in as good as you can and make as much of a well in there for your filling. It's gonna be magnificent, I promise. You know, this is a whole heck of a lot faster than making a pie crust. I want to be sure this is pressed down as much as I can, so I'm just taking like a little eighth of a cup, measuring cup. You can take the back of a wooden spoon or whatever, and just press it down in there. Just like that. Alexa, how much time is left?
You have 40 seconds left on your 5-minute timer.
Now I'm also going to trim around the top because I don't want too much of an overhang there. And if you ended up with a spot like this, come on in, you can show them. With a spot like this where you didn't have any breading over there, go ahead and just pop that in. Just kind of plug the holes. Okay, our 5 minutes is up. And the reason we had to wait 5 minutes is that we are now going to introduce 2 whole eggs. And if we would have put the eggs in immediately, we'd have had scrambled eggs, which is not what we're looking for. So just pop them in there and start incorporating them, just like this. You see that, you guys? Nothing scrambled in there. All good. To this, we're adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And now I'm going to add 1.5 cups of pecans. Now, if I'm making a pecan pie, I like to leave them whole because I love the way they come up. I always put the pecans on the bottom of my crust, then I pour the syrup over them, and then when they come up as they're baking, they're all crusted with that beautiful, beautiful flavoring. However, these are small, so I don't think that the big pecan halves would work in here, so I just gave them a rough chop with 1.5 cups. I always try to get Thanksgiving dinner to make sure everybody has exactly what they love. And so if you have someone who really enjoys pecan pie, this is something you can do without having to, you know, really go to the trouble of making the whole pie and then unfortunately not being able to use it all. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill these. It's just getting a nice amount and popping it in, just like that. Ooh, that's quite good. Right, now what I will do is press this into the mold a little bit, just because I don't want those pecans sticking straight up. I don't want them to burn. So if we kind of put them in, and if it looks really messy and really sloppy here, that's okay. You wait till we get them out. They look fantastic. So don't worry about that little bit of, oh, they're not perfect. They weren't meant to be perfect. They were meant to be scrumptious. Okay, now this is gonna go into a 375 oven. It's gonna be there for 25 minutes. So we will return in 25 minutes and you will see something glorious. So here we go. Whoa, I was in Texas for a few days. Cameraman cleaned the oven. Woohoo! It looks gorgeous. Okay, we'll be back. Come on out of the oven and they have been resting here for 5 minutes, and it's important to get them out before they get too solid in there, as I mentioned before. So all I'm doing is I'm going in with a little bit of a knife here, and I'm just kind of encouraging. Ta-da! That's so cool. Alrighty, so let me get the rest of these out, and then we will have that fabulous taste test. Now we're ready to just taste this delicious croissant pecan pie. So here goes. This is the hardest part of my job. Yeah, right. It's magnificent. Oh my word. It is really good, you guys. I took a big bite. Hold on a minute. I'm not kidding you, I could eat all 6 of those. But there's one thing that can make it even better, so hold on. What if we got a nice little plate and we took our little pecan and we spread ice cream over the top? Now what do you think about that? So let's just see if this made perfection even better. Oh, honestly, you gotta have the ice cream. Oh, that's really good. I mean, really, 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 really good. So, as I continue to salivate over this beautiful dessert, I want you to consider it maybe for your Thanksgiving dinner as part of the dessert tray that you might be putting out. But I will tell you, the ice cream really made a difference. So what I'd like you to do, if you enjoyed yourself today, come back. Just come back. Hit that little subscribe button up there, and then hit the bell so you'll know when we're posting again. And cameraman and I are we're gonna enjoy a nice little dessert, a nice cup of tea, and we're going to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And right now we're putting a lot of videos up regarding Thanksgiving. So the next one coming up is how to cook that 23-pound turkey, and we're gonna do that for you right now. Thank you, come back, bye. Oh Chuck, this is outrageous.